The party
Guy
was lame to me.
Fieri.
Fieri.
That's the fun.
Yeah.
So they're trying to track him down. Mora's at the party.
I just want to say, you are never allowed to pick the freaking theme for anything again. Okay. Albuquerque, fire truck. We're just yelling out words now? What's going on here? Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of BS Drunk Movie Reviews. This is a weekly podcast, and we do upload the video version of this to our YouTube channel, so be sure to check us out there. I am Matt, as always, and I am being joined by my sister and co-host, Vetta. Vetta, how you doing?
Hi, guys. Good.
Hey, you.
How is everyone tonight?
Good.
Living the dream?
Awesome.
Nice.
You know it. And on this episode, we have a special guest, our friend Cayla. Cayla, how you doing, dude?
Hey, happy to be here again. Second time.
Yes, we are happy to have you.
Right back. What?
Yes, so we are going to be reviewing the Lego Batman movie. And the reason we're doing this is, well, Cayla picked it. But also, for the month of November, we are doing animated movies. And we are having Cayla back because, Cayla, you were the person that we reviewed our first ever animated movie with, because you picked A Bug's Life last time. So we're like, we should have Cayla back on to do our first animated movie of the month. So, and you picked a Lego Batman, which is going to be super fun.
And it's, Thanksgiving season. She's our friend. So it's like having a Friendsgiving movie.
Right on. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So, but before we get started on reviewing this movie, we're going to ask the most important question of the night. And that is, what are you drinking? And Cayla, since you're our guest, we'll start with you.
I'm drinking a Blue Moon non-alcoholic beer.
Nice.
It is delicious.
I'll
Highly
bet.
recommend. 10 out of 10, actually. I love it. I wish I had a little orange slice, but it's okay.
Right on.
Well, that's good because some non-alcoholic beers are very gross.
Some really are, yeah. I've tried a lot of kinds. This one's my favorite.
Right on. And Vetta, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking a Batman.
Nice.
Oh, yummy.
It is vanilla vodka, root beer, coffee liqueur, and spiced rum.
Right on.
Yum.
I am not 100% sure sold on it yet because I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, I'm not going to waste it. I'm going to drink it all. Maybe by a couple drinks, I'll be used to it. But
I can't explain how it is Batman though. That sounds like Batman.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how I feel about the root beer and the coffee flavor.
Right on. Well, I am also having a Batman. But I didn't do root beer. I did Dr. Pepper. So,
how is it with Dr. Pepper?
I think it's delicious.
Oh, nice.
That sounds really good.
Right on.
First, have you ever had a Dr. Pepper float, like instead of a root beer float?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't, but like, why not? Why wouldn't it be good? Of course. Like, I want to try it.
Yeah.
I mean, Dr. Pepper and ice cream. How's that not good?
Exactly.
Seriously, yeah.
I think everything is. It's okay.
Sorry.
Before we get started, though, I wanted to ask. Cayla, why did you pick this movie?
I was already kind of on a Batman roll because I watched the trilogy of Batman with no Robin.
The Nolan trilogy.
The Nolan ones. And I heard it was really good from my friend's toddler. He highly recommended it. And I can see why. That movie, okay, the second it started, I was like, I gotta like this movie.
Right on.
I've never had that in my life. I've never had a movie where I was like, I like it already.
Right on. And this was the first time seeing the Lego Batman movie for you?
Oh, yes. Yep.
Oh, right on. Vetta, was this your first time?
Had you seen the original Lego movie?
No.
Oh, that one's my favorite. But
Ditto. Vetta, had you seen Lego Batman before?
I had one other time and hadn't seen it since. So
Right on. Okay,
Did
well
you say
let's.
the
How
regular
about you?
Lego one was better?
the
The-
regular Lego movie is so good.
Yeah, the Lego movie is better. Yeah,
I'm
It has
gonna
the
have
best
to
song
watch
in
that.
it. The
Yeah.
everything is
Everything
awesome
is
song. It's
awesome.
awesome. Everything is
Actually,
cool
I
when
know
you're
that
part of the
song.
team.
I do know that song. There used to be a guy at work. He had it like printed out and it was on a cork board, and he sent it to me one time in like a Teams message when I was having a bad day, and it cheered me up legitimately.
Oh, then
I
you
was
need to
like,
watch the Lego movie because it will make you
Yeah.
so happy.
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
My favorite is the guy. He's like moving his hands like
Yeah.
like that during the thing. It's so funny. That's my
That
favorite
is
part
really
of that
yeah,
song.
that is funny.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love
Okay.
that.
All right. Let's get to reviewing this.
Had
I
you
might have
seen
to.
this before? You didn't say if you had.
No, I hadn't seen this before. I thought I had, but then I was like, oh no, I hadn't. And maybe I had. I just forgot about it. But yeah.
Did you watch it
Okay.
with your kids?
Yes.
Mm.
Which my daughter was not interested at all. Like she was just not interested. So let's start with this movie now. Of course, now it starts off black, but then again, all important movies start off with black. So it starts off black, and then he talks about how logos, and he talks about Warner Bros, and that was fun. And then he's like, DC, the house that Batman built, and everything. Sorry, Superman, and everything. So, which I thought was
So
funny.
Yeah.
So then he's like a little bit of reading. He's like, if you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make a change. Oh. Michael Jackson. He's like, no, I said that, which was very funny. I liked that a lot. I'm gonna take this off just for a hot second because it's hurting my nose. Okay, so then we get to Batman and this plane. Okay, and this plane is coming along and it's quite funny because he's like, hey, Gotham City, we're gonna land and everything, but we're carrying 1 million sticks of dynamite, a bunch of C4, some old timey bombs and everything. And are you sure you want us to fly over it? And I liked these air traffic controllers are all like, yeah, I'm looking at everybody's faces. They all think it's a good idea. And they're like, yeah,
Because they're like, because it's your best friend with you. So yeah, it's okay.
And so on the top, a helicopter lands on this plane. And in go these little ninjas. And they go inside the plane. And they're like, hey, that was a noise. Somebody should go check it out. And they're like, rock, paper, scissors. Now, I liked this part because they literally pull out the scissors and the paper. I was like, that's
adorable.
Funny.
Yes.
That's funny. And he's like, oh, just must be my lucky day or something like that. And he gets caught by the robber barons or whatever. And then push out the plane. And he's like, hey, buddy, how's everything going? And he's all like, pretty good. He's like, I'm the Joker. And he's like, aren't you scared? And he's like, no, because we know that you're going to get foiled by Batman.
Yeah.
And so this guy, I love this guy pulls up and he's all like, hey, I don't remember his name. He's like, I really like that guy. I hope nothing bad happens to him. And he's like, and then he's like, nothing ever bad happens to me. I thought that was funny. Like, I was like, that's funny.
I'm like, oh, he's gonna die.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what happens.
Yep.
So then we get this whole montage because then that guy, hold on, I gotta go back.
That is the weirdest looking plane. Can I just tell you, every time it shows the plane, I'm like, that's a weird looking plane.
Yeah. So he does get stopped by this giant question mark from the Riddler. And I thought this was funny because they just rip his whole arm off and then there he goes. He's just done.
I didn't even see that before.
Yeah. So the Scarecrow, he gets the guard or whatever, and they break into this power plant with all these villains. They come in, and I did personally like all these other villains that they brought in, like Zebra Man and Catman, because I was like, it's so.
And
funny
I love when he's like, look them up, they're real.
They are real. Like Condiment King is from the Batman animated series. It was created during that time or whatever. But Catman and Orca,
wow.
all of these are real actual villains. It's so funny because I was like, that's hilarious.
That is funny. I hadn't really heard of hardly any of them, to be honest. I think the Harvey Dent one, the Two-Faced guy, and then the Joker, obviously.
Right on. Yeah, no, it's cool.
The
So
Joker is so cool though, where he's just like
Right.
wants to so badly, like
He
be
just wants to be
Batman's
the number one
one.
arch nemesis. So
I know.
Which I just want to say, Batman is totally incorrect in this situation.
Oh.
The Joker is his number one nemesis. That's just how it is.
and he wouldn't
Yeah.
be who he is without the Joker.
Very true.
Right on. So
I mean, in my limited experience, anyways.
So they get all these villains. The villains team up to take over this thing, and they get they're like send the mayor because we've attached the bomb to this, and we're gonna blow it up. And I love how this scientist explains Gotham to everybody's like Gotham is just sitting on these little planks, and if this above an abyss, and I'm all like, well, that's not how that works. But okay, and he's like, but if they set off this bomb. We all go tumbling into the abyss. And I was like, that's not true, but whatever. It's fine. It's fine. So, so I also did like I liked their picture of the abyss. I'm all like, why would you build a city above that? Like, of all things, like, why would you build a city above that? Which is fine. It's fine. It's fine. So then they're like, you get the mayor down here now. And so the mayor is all like, is Batman here? Do you have Batman? He's like, no. By the way, did you guys know that Mariah Carey voiced the mayor? I didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't know that.
That makes sense now, though.
It makes sense, yeah. But she should have threw it out of. Anyways, okay.
Know it. Yeah.
So the mayor gets airlifted into the power plant, and he's all
Which I go, if anyone's ever met a mayor, they're not getting airlifted by the rope holding it with their arm because they're usually some old person that can't even lift, 50 pounds, let alone hold their own weight while you're flying on a helicopter. Come on.
Right.
It's funny.
I don't care if you are a Lego. You're not doing it.
All right. I did like how this whole time, like, the Joker was talking to the mayor as she's got her back to him. I'm like, Joker, that's like the oldest like trick in the book. Of course he was prepping to turn into Batman. So he turns into Batman. And he's like, I got a new song and everything. And then he starts singing his song. I don't remember what the song was. And he's just kicking everybody's butt. I love the line where Joker's all like, how are you beating everybody? And I'm like, because he's fucking Batman. Like,
but this is the problem. We say this with regular movies, that you get some scrawny girl who can beat up 5 guys. It's because they're not all attacking him at once. They're attacking him one at a time.
Yeah,
even in Lego world, that's still true.
Yeah, so he's just beating him left and right and everything. I did like this interaction with Poison Ivy where she's all like, "Kiss me, Batman," and he just kept pulling up the penguins, and she kept poisoning the penguins. So,
Batman's such a jerk sometimes.
But you're like, oh, those poor penguins, because they are just dying left and right.
Yeah, just punch her in the face.
So then he finally, defeats everybody. But right here is where we get this long little thing about how Joker's all like, you have 2 choices. You can either capture your greatest nemesis or save the city. And he's like, wait, what? And he's like, capture your favorite your biggest nemesis, or you save the city. And he's all like, he's like, we're not in and he's like, we're not in a relationship. Okay?
We're not shipped. He says shipped.
Yeah,
we're not shipped.
And he's like, I don't do relationships. You're not my biggest enemy. You're nobody or something like that. I can't remember exactly what he says. And he ends up
very much offends the Joker.
The Joker is like, look at his face. It's all like, oh, with your big hair. Yeah.
So cute, actually.
Yeah, it's so sad. So then he's all like, so then he just lets him go because he's like, forget that noise. And he ends up stopping the bomb. He doesn't blow up the city or whatnot, which I just want to say, this power plant looks like it's far from the city. So I'm like, how big are these little planks that this city is built on? I'm just saying. So then it doesn't blow up and Batman saves the day and they're all cheering him on and everything. And he's all like, yeah, I'm awesome and everything. Totally humble. And everything. And so he gets in his Batmobile, and then I love how they go from this nice part of the city where everybody's cheering him on to this part where there's like just dumpster fires and shit. And he's like, how far until the orphanage? And so they get to the orphanage, and I loved Dick Grayson here because he's just like bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and everything. He's like, oh look, Batman's coming at the orphanage, and
I love him.
Yeah, they didn't go into how Robin became an orphan, but that was fine. I thought they were going to.
Do we know? Do you know? Like the
I
real
do know
story?
his parents were acrobats, and they died in an acrobat accident, but it really wasn't an accident. It was they were the flying trapeze. They were the flying Graysons, and
Oh.
yeah, and so the trapeze wires were cut, and they fell to their doom.
What
So
a
and then,
terrible death.
yeah, plenty of people. The in comic book, plenty of people die at the circus. It's a thing. Okay, so.
It is.
Yeah, so then Batman, he's like, hey, who wants to get shot with the merch gun? And he just shoots them all with merch gun. And he's like, you get the bat bucks. And I was like, that's funny. Which I was like, were bat bucks a thing? Do any of you know anything if bat bucks were a thing?
No, because I'm not a Batman fan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't recognize him as a superhero.
Okay, well, yeah.
He's kind of a dick.
Yep.
Okay. Anyways, all right. So,
Even in this movie, he's kind of a.
he is, yeah, a little bit of a dick, but he, whatever, it's cool. Okay, so I love how they put Wayne Manor on Wayne Island. Like, I love that because
I
like,
know,
that's
that was
so
funny.
funny. Because later on, there's a line that made me laugh out loud because I was like, that's funny. Okay, so then he flies into his bat cave, and I love what the password. Hey, what's the password, guys?
I forget.
Iron Man sucks.
Oh
Okay,
yeah,
anyways.
Iron Man sucks.
Yeah, so he puts the bomb in his little trophy room, which is an actual thing, Batman's trophy room.
Yes.
And so he's like changing into his stuff. I love how he wears his little Hugh Hefner robe with his bat cowl. And I love how he's all like, Alfred, what's for dinner? And he's like, I made you lobster bisque or whatever. He's like, oh, my favorite and everything. I'm
Lobster
like, that's so
thermidor.
yeah, and he puts it in I love how he put it. He's like 20 minutes. No, not 20 minutes. I was like, oh, we've all been there. And then he puts that in. He likes
he put lobster in the microwave.
That is
What
true.
the hell?
Yeah.
That's
was
just ridiculous.
weird.
Look at that kitchen.
Yeah.
I
He
love
went
this
and ruined a
part, though.
lobster.
Right.
Just the way this movie is made is just so cool.
It is very
It's
cool.
like Pixar, but better. I love how his eyes are like glowing too.
Right.
Yeah.
I love this, how he's sitting on his little bat jet ski eating lobster, just all like
Yeah, I want to do that. That's so cool.
And I love how he has a Batman battleship, like just
Right?
like,
He's in the middle of his cave is so big, he's got like a whole little marina.
He's got an
underneath.
armada just underneath
Right?
in this island. So it's like
Right.
he's got a whole like nation worth of forces in this house. Okay, so then he's all like he goes to his movie theater and he's just watching stuff and he's checking out his family photo. Which, if you guys know Batman lore, they're outside the theater, which his parents die right after this photo. And so then he's like contemplating family and life and all that stuff. Okay. And so then we get this montage right here from Alfred, where he's like, well, you've gone through so many stages, sir. And then he goes through all the Batman movies and the trilogies and everything.
Yeah.
And it was fun. I thought it was fun. I liked it a lot and everything. He's like,
That's the only one I ever saw. Yeah.
In the 60s.
When he said that weird time in the 60s, I was like, those are the only ones I ever saw. Like 2 weeks ago.
They are classic. So
Yeah.
then so he's like, don't you ever just want a family and everything? He's like, what? And so he's like, so then he's got to go to this little like ball thing or whatever. So then he takes off his cowl and he's now Bruce Wayne. And there's this interview with Superman on GCN, nice, that fake news, and so all these guys are sitting here, all these C-list villains, and which, by the way, King Tut there, he's actually from the Batman 66 series. Anyway, so they're all sitting here and they're like, we built a bookshelf, and I was like, is it from IKEA? Because that is an accomplishment.
Totally
I'll tell you that right
falls
now.
apart. So you know it's like
I'll tell you right now, when I get into arguments with people, I'm like, it's easier to get pregnant than it is to build a bookshelf from IKEA. I've never gone to the bar and accidentally gotten drunk and built a bookshelf from IKEA. I'm just saying. So I'm just saying. So then, and Harley Quinn's trying to cheer Mr. J up and everything. And Superman talks about how he defeated Zod and put him in the Phantom Zone. And for those of you who don't know what the Phantom Zone is, it's just a prison in another dimension. Okay.
I don't know who Zod is.
He is one of Superman's nemesis, you could say. His number one villain. Mm. We don't have time to get into that lore, but I would love to talk about it. Anyways, so then they're at this ball, and I loved this part too. He's like, I'll give you 3 poses. He's like, I'll give you kissy face. Like, I don't remember what the other 2 were, but then he's like, rah, rah, go, go, and everything. I thought that was pretty funny. I was like, that's good. Oh, the Winter Gala, that's what it is. And so he's checking stuff out, and I love how he runs into Dick Grayson here, and he's just all like, he's asking him like question after question, everything, and he's like, when do you know how to adopt an orphan or whatever? And then, so while he's asking these questions, Barbara Gordon walks in, and he is just like, it's that song, I just died in your arms tonight. So good. He's just like mesmerized.
Perfect song. Yeah.
Yeah. And then
the kid's like, will you love me forever and take me home with you and adopt me? And he's like, yeah.
Yes.
Sure.
yes. So, and I love that and everything, because
so adorable.
And I just want to say, Barbara, her hair, I know it's plastic and not real, but fabulous. So
I was jealous for sure. I was like, that is a nice ponytail.
Mm-hmm. So then the mayor gives, she talks about Barbara Gordon. And I love how she's all like, Jim Gordon is retiring. He's like, I'm leaving. And then
I know, bud.
So then she's like replaced with Barbara Gordon, and she's like top of her class or whatever, yada yada yada.
And then she's like, Dad. I was like, ooh.
She's cleaned up the cities that she's been, whatever, and now she's gonna clean up Gotham, and she doesn't need Batman anymore.
Exactly. So she doesn't say she doesn't need Batman. They need to work together.
Oh,
and everything.
Yeah, that's true. But
and
Batman doesn't work. He doesn't work with anyone.
Yeah, I love how he like grabbed this glass of water and he hold on.
Spit it.
And spit it. Like he's like, hey, can I have one of those? And he's like,
spat.
What?
That was so cute.
So and then they talk about how like she's like he tries to clean up the city and get rid of crime, but he hasn't done it. And they're like, oh, that's a good point.
That's right. She called him out.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah. At his own ball by accident.
Yeah. She's all like, yeah. She's like, Batman's getting the one too.
Batman's not delivering.
He's not delivering. He's probably costing a lot of money in taxes, but he's a billionaire, so he probably gives back a lot of money. And everything.
Yeah.
Hence why he's at the Winter Gala.
That's true. So sorry, I just swallowed some ice. Okay, so then in pops the Joker, right? And all the other villains, and they're all like, run for your lives and everything. And Batman, he comes in, and while he comes in, they're fighting or whatnot with all these bad guys and everything. And Batman gets this big like bat. It's the bat wing, but it's like a bat, and it's like it's crawling and stuff. At first I thought it was a cat, and I was like, what's that all about? But then I was like, oh, it's
weird arms, right?
Yeah, but I was like, oh, it's because bats, they crawl with their wings like it's their feet or whatnot. Okay,
they are little weirdos.
Yeah, I don't like bats. And then he's all like, so then while they're standing there, I love how he jumped down, and Barbara Gordon's like, hey, you're kind of in my way and everything. And he's all like, I give up. And he's all like, what? Mm-hmm. And so he gives up, and then I love how he's all like, and all my friends are gonna give up, and they're like, yeah, we are. And everything. And he's like, and so I love how he started like punching all these other random bad guys and everything. I thought that was fun. And he locks them up all in this big present, which I also thought was super fun.
I did too. I like how she went to Harvard for police.
Yeah.
They're so cute.
Which I go, if you go to Harvard to be a police officer, is that like going to Harvard and majoring in theology or English? Like,
Yes, that's exactly
you could go
what it is.
somewhere else way cheaper.
Oh, yeah. You're like, how can I be like $300,000 in debt for like
Exactly.
no reason?
Exactly. So then they're all like, so then they're asking Barbara Gordon, they're like, now that you've cleaned up crime, we don't need Batman anymore.
Yep.
And so Batman is super bummed out and everything. So he goes home, he's eating lobster bisque or whatever, like it's going out of style or whatnot. And then I love how he's like stalking the Joker. I loved how Joker was in that. I love how he's doing like Pilates and shit with these other bad guys. Like I thought that was funny. It's yeah. So then she's all like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Listen, he's gonna do something. This is what he wants and everything." And they're all like, okay. And so I loved how they brought in this cleaning company, and it was the Phantom Zone cleaning company or whatever. And I'm all like, what? Yeah, so then Phantom Zone's own laundry service. Sorry, it was the laundry service. So which I'm all like, that's so crazy because there's no dirt in the Phantom Zone. So then he comes home, right? And Alfred's all like, listen, you're not doing it. I locked you out of the computer. You're not doing anything until
you're
you take
a shitty dad.
Yeah, because until you take care of your son. He's like, oh wait, what? And everything. And so he's like, you adopted this kid. He's here, and he's just like you, you know. And so
and he's like, stairs. There are stairs.
Yeah. So then he's sitting here talking, and and so he lets this kid into the Batcave, and I loved this part right here because I loved how Dick Grayson is all like, he's all like, Batman lives in your base, or you live in Bruce Wayne's basement. And he's like, no, Bruce Wayne lives in my attic. And I was like, that's a good line. That made me laugh out loud. Is that a bad train? It's a bad train. I didn't see that until now. Okay, so then there's a submarine. Man, he's got a lot of stuff. So then he's all sitting here, and he's all like, we gotta go figure stuff out. I can't remember exactly what it was.
They got to get the phantom gun thingy.
Oh yeah, that's right. They got to steal the phantom gun.
To send Joker to the Phantom Zone.
Yes, and I loved this, how we went through the suits, like we have mariachi Batman. I was
right.
Like, and then we ended up on Reggae Man.
Oh,
and I love how he put this one on, and it's the Robin outfit. And he's like, none of these pants suck. And I was like, that's so true, because if you look at the original Robin, he's just got on like underwear.
Well, yeah, I hate pants too, so I'm there with you.
Right. So
you don't even know if I'm wearing any now.
Will we trust that
you wouldn't be the first to make us wonder.
So then I love how right here he's like, all right, get in the car, so go do this. And he's like, well, I really should get permission from my dad, Bruce Wayne. Like,
that's funny.
Well, yeah. He's like, well, he kind of gave me like joint custody, so get in the car. And he's like, I have two dads now, and everything. And I was like, he's like, where's the seatbelt? And he's like, there is no. He's like, life doesn't give you seatbelts. And then I was like, that's true, but you should probably wear a seatbelt, because then later on,
and then after he realizes he needs a seatbelt, he does the 80s parent save the kid.
So funny.
Like, I'll just do this.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh, that was hilarious when he bashed his face on the dash. Oh no!
And I'm like, we've all been, anyone raised before seatbelt laws has been there.
Oh yeah,
right,
definitely.
Right. That's so funny because it's true. So then we get to Batman. He gets to the Fortress of Solitude, him and Robin, and I love this, how they just like, they walk up to the thing and they're gonna like break in, and he has him crawl in through the pipes, and then he just rings the doorbell, and of course everyone's like, hey, Batman.
It makes a lot more sense that his parents are acrobats. That's why he can do all this stuff. I thought he was like a limber child. Like, no, anything. Swear.
I love this part because I go,
this part
is
awesome.
true. Batman has no friends. Superman has them all.
Yeah.
Batman's so emo. Yeah, he's just like a whiny baby kind of.
Yeah, and I loved how it was. That's crypto. Yeah, because I love how he walks in and he's just having this big shindig, and it's just all the Justice League, and they've got some of them here are some like C-listers of as far as Supergirl. We got the Wonder Twins here, and I'm all like, what? And then if you look over here, there's Black Lightning. I was like, yeah, nobody knows Black Lightning. I think that's Black Canary right there. I'm like, come on.
So Batman obviously should be in the Justice. He should be there. He should.
Yeah,
be
he should be there. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Oh, and he says it. He's like, "You're having the 57th annual Justice League anniversary party," and they're like, "Oh, we sent you an email."
Yeah. Like, well, if you look at that Native American guy, that's Apache Chief. Like, that's such a D-list superhero. And you have Hawkman and Hawkgirl. I'm all like, that's so funny. And I love how Green Lantern's all like, hey, sometimes it takes months to get his emails.
No,
I'm
he
like,
says years.
Oh, years. Yeah, and I'm all like, yeah, because you live in space.
And Superman's like, "That's right." He's like, "Good job, good job."
Good job.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah,
Oh, and then he had to take the picture of them.
Yeah, which is like, oh, bummer. He could have set that up with a tripod.
I was gonna say those things have a timer on them. He could have been in the picture.
Yeah.
And
it's so I love how he's all like, I can't get to the thingy because it's protected by this big shield, and he's like, I'll try to take it down. And I love how he goes to his crystals, and he's like Kal-El, these crystals, all these crystals are memories of your home plant. Hold on, I'm trying to get back.
And he's just smashing the shit.
He's just smashing, and then he takes out the one with this message on it and smashes it. And I was like, oh man, that sucks.
Yeah.
Like,
so
oh.
Yeah, and so then Robin's ready to go because the shield gets taken down. And he's like, I love how he's like, tuck and roll, flip, do a front flip, back flip, and all this stuff, and everything.
So cute.
So cute.
Like,
and then he
slide.
Yeah, and
now
finally
do it all in reverse.
Right. Yeah, right.
Yes.
So he does end up getting the freeze gun. And so they end up escaping. I love how he's all like, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm trying to hug you.
Yeah.
So they go to Arkham, where they also have to break in because, and then I love how he runs into Barbara, and she's like, what are you doing here?
And she's like, you brought your son?
Yeah.
And she's like, because it's really weird if it's not your son.
Right.
Good point.
So I love, if you notice that sign here, I love how it says Museum Gift Shop, Basket Weaving Services, Infirmary, and then it says Ark Ham Sandwich Cafe. That's funny. So then we get to where he gets yes. Oh, I love this, how he had to get rid of all of his weapons, and then he takes off his pants.
And
he's
now
like,
he has no pants.
Yeah, he's like, the boots are attached to the pants. So then they go in here.
It's like, why is your son trying to smuggle in the Phantom Zone ray gun?
Yeah, exactly.
Under his
like,
cape.
Son, I had no idea.
And then the Joker here, I don't remember exactly what they're talking. He's like, obviously you need me. Yeah, you missed me.
You need.
And he eventually sends him to the Phantom Zone, and then he gets locked in to Arkham Asylum because he just committed a felony. And he's all like, and he did what he wanted. And I also have to put your son away because he's, an accomplice. She's like, sorry, Batman, no go. And so then we get Joker. He slides into the Phantom Zone, which this is a pretty good representation of the Phantom Zone. And I love this. I don't know what this cube was. This seemed a little cheap to me. They just got a Lego block with some colors on it, but it was fine. It was fine. I still liked it. And I don't remember what the block's name is. Do you guys remember what the block's name is?
No, do not.
Don't worry. So then she tells him how like this is the Phantom Zone. It's like a prison or whatnot. And hold on one second. I'm trying to look. All right, I can't find the name of the block. Okay, so So then he's like, where? And she's like, are you a bad guy? And she's like, let's look. And she's like, yep, you're a bad guy. And here are the other bad guys. They're right behind you. And in comes all these other bad guys from Warner Brothers movies and other movies. But so we get the Gremlins and we get Jaws, get a mummy in there. We get those guys are from Doctor Who. What are those called?
Doctor Who, yep.
What are those called? The
Daleks.
The Daleks, yep. And we get the vampire Dracula. And then we get the Wizard of Oz. We get Sauron. And then we also get King Kong. And then we get the
Why is King Kong a villain?
because he kills people. And he, whatever.
Not a
So they're gonna like eat him, but then he promises to get them out of this whole little thing, right? Oh, that's the Kraken right there.
Yep.
Okay. So then while they're all like doing this, Harley Quinn, she helps break him out.
The gun.
Yep. And so he breaks out with all of these villains. And they are just terrorizing the city. I love how Voldemort's in there.
It both.
Yeah.
That was so funny.
Yep, and he's just having a hey-o time, just doing whatever. I did like how at one point Dracula came along and turned into Lego bats. Like, that was fun. And carried that woman away.
Well, and I do totally love how he's introducing them. That is quite funny.
Yeah, and then I love how he
wicked witch.
right, right. So then he's like, "Hey, Saruman, can't you see everything? Can you see where Batman is?" And he's like, "Yeah, he's on Wayne Island." So then they break into the Bat Cave and everything, and I think it's at this point they realize that it's Bruce Wayne or whatnot. And so then Bruce is all like, I can't remember what he says here when he's talking to Dick Grayson. If you guys can remember, chime in.
Because he's really sad, and he's like, when I'm feeling bad, he says, your dad, Bruce Wayne, and I like to drop a beat. And then he's like,
yeah,
that's right.
Rapping.
Yeah. And he's like,
and then Robin comes in and goes, oh, wicka, 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 wicka.
Right, yeah. Very good. How'd that go again, Vetta?
Oh, wicka, wicka, wicka.
Yeah, you sound like a Muppet. Anyways, so then eventually the Barbara comes in and they I think they break him out here. Can't remember.
They decide to work together.
Yeah. And they break out. They don't break out all the villains at this point in time, I don't think. Do they? I don't remember.
Yeah, because all the villains are like...
I think they're going after his Wayne Island, right?
Yeah. So, sorry. So while they're doing this, I loved this part how King Kong jumps on this building and he's like, building inspection, you're not up to code.
Yeah. There were so many cute things like that.
Yeah. So they're just trying to get to Wayne Island to stop to get all these guys back, all the villains back into the Phantom Zone. And Sauron's bringing the lava or whatnot and everything.
Yeah, because he can see everything they're doing. So it's like they're one step ahead of it.
Yeah, so they've got to destroy Sauron.
Ultimate bad guy.
For sure. So I love how they're sliding down this building and they're just like building a Batwing as they go along. Yeah. They're like, why'd you only build it with one seat?
So funny.
So then they get I love how Voldemort's here all like casting his spell and shit. And then he gets everybody, all the villains, to get into his arsenal that is a Batcave and to fight Batman and stop him or whatnot. And I love how they're like, gremlins, get on there and destroy his bat plane and everything. I was like, that's funny. So then while they're flying, they get out and he's fighting the gremlins, and then Robin and Alfred, they get knocked off and they get knocked onto the wings. And I loved how she's all like, I can fly the plane. And he's all like,
he's got a rope.
He's like, I've got rope.
Rope. Flying the plane.
That was so funny.
She's like, I can do a better job than rope.
Don't disrespect rope.
I like how Alfred wore like the old school Batman
Yes,
outfit. That
yeah,
was so funny.
yeah. It's very funny. Yeah. And then they both. He's got a choice to make. He can either save Robin or he can save Alfred. And so the lightning hits and Robin falls off. And so he's all like, he jumps to go get Robin, right? And so while he's doing that, which he does save Robin, but then while he's on the wing, when he gets back, Alfred then he gets knocked off by the lightning also. And so he's falling. And so he just misses him, like just by a hair. And it's like, oh, bummer. And so Alfred's falling or whatnot. Alfred and everything. And then, what's her face? She flies down.
Lady Commissioner says, step aside, rope.
Rope. And she's like, screw this. We're going to go save him. And so they fly down and they save him and everything. And yippee skippy and everything. So,
and Batman's all, good job, rope. And she's like, what?
Good job, rope. Right?
That was so funny.
And then, and so then, they're still fighting, and I love how when they're shooting stuff, they still go pew 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 and everything, and I'm like, you can tell a girl is playing with these because you don't say
right. That's true.
So then I love how they get to the island or whatnot and everything, and I loved they took a picture. They took a family picture, and he's all like, yippee skippy. I did like the line, and we didn't talk about it, but I liked the line where he's talking to Alfred, and Alfred's telling him how to like do with the kid or whatnot, and he's like, what would you know about raising a son that's not yours and everything? It's like, that's good. So then they get out. He gets them all into the Batwing, this makeshift Batwing, and he has the computer send them away because he's trying to protect them. And they're like, no, let us help you.
Yeah, to what? A taco stand at the edge, at the border of Gotham to get them some
and
churros.
Blue Haven.
Yeah.
Blue Haven, if you know your comic books.
I don't care enough about Batman to learn.
You should. Batman's awesome.
No.
Anyways, so he's like, all right. He's like, we're gonna break in here and everything. So he breaks in into his own house and he confronts the Joker. And they're like chit-chatting.
And the Joker has remodeled Wayne Manor.
Oh yeah, it looks like
a very short amount of time.
For sure.
Yeah.
It looks like a fun house.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are we keeping you from a nap?
Yes. I'm old. Everything keeps me from a nap. So then
right.
I can't remember exactly what they say here. Just because I don't remember, the dialogue for every scene, but he's mad. So they send Batman to the Phantom Zone. And he's in there, and I love how when he goes there, he's talking to the box also.
Yeah.
And he's like, the box is all like, are you a villain? And he's like, no, I'm not a villain and everything. And they're like, let's take a look. So then they go over all of his, and they talk about this line that he said about, you don't know what it's like to raise a kid that's not yours, and how all the crappy stuff that he said throughout the movie, including sending them away when they just wanted to help. So then these guys, they learn how to get the computer to take them back to Wayne Island. I love that it's a whole island. He's got Wayne Island. Get the fuck out of here. So
of course he does.
So then they're trying to fight all these dudes or whatever. They're losing / getting captured or whatnot. And then he ends. Okay, so he gets the Phantom Zone robot to send him back to Wayne Manor, but he makes a deal that he is going to recapture and send back all of the villains, all the bad guys. Mm-hmm. And she's like, every single one of them. And he's like, yes. So then she's like, why did you leave us? He's like, I was trying to protect you, but I realized that we need to work together. Blah, 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 blah. And so,
Like it's his idea now.
you're right. Yeah.
And this makes Robin so happy.
Yeah, and he looks like a friggin' crazy person with his costume. Like he's got wings everywhere. I'm like, what's going on here? It's very avant-garde. And then I love how he's all like, for you guys, instead of the Batmobile, we got flip, 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 flip. And he makes bat signals. Sorry, it's not Batmobile, bat signals of all of them.
I know, how cute.
And he's like, we need to also work together. So he's like, flip, 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 flip. And he gets a bat signal for all of the villains that are in the movie. All these like D-list. There's one for Catman. Get the fuck out of here. Okay, so and Zebra Man, like, what?
Catman.
Yeah, Catman. He sucks. He's not very good, but whatever. If you ever want to go over these villains, let me know. We can go over them. But so then they burst in and they are just helping out all the way. So, and I loved this because this right here, she settles on this bat, and I love how he's like Batgirl. She's like, if you call me Batgirl, can I call you Batboy? And I'm like, no, but that's how you started off. You're Batgirl, and that's the new. Well, that's the old iteration, and now the new iteration, but with pants. So then
Batgirl used to not have pants.
Yeah, she wore a skirt.
Yeah. Oh, I see.
Yeah. And so they're like, I don't know what they're jamming to. I can't remember. They're picking a song, and they
Wayne
end up
Manor
on that.
is now a deranged amusement park.
Yes, it is. It's very much a deranged.
Yeah.
And they're he's like, we need to play some music. And I love that they settled on, so we can be heroes. Ooh-hoo. Anyways, okay. He's like, fine, whatever, because it makes me angry. It fuels my hate fire. And so they all get into these robots and they attack Wayne Manor. Like you said, looks like a deranged music park. And they are just blowing everything up, and they're fighting left and right with everybody. So they're fighting with all these bad guys, which is super fun. And I love how he's like random nonsensical words are going to appear as you fight, and it's like bam, kapow, and everything. So
that's
fun.
From my Batman.
Yeah, that's from the 60s Batman.
For sure. And so then they're fighting, and as they're doing this, they're just sending villains back left and right and everything, which is super fun. And but what happens is at the power plant, it actually does end up blowing up, and it creates this big crack in the city,
to the abyss.
Mm-hmm.
To the abyss. And I'm just like, I just want to say right now that this doesn't look like it's built on some planks. That looks like ground to me, like Lego ground. I feel like the scientists lied in this one.
That doesn't really look like what they said at all.
Yeah, like I was just imagining like a one ply of Lego, and then just the abyss. But no, apparently I was wrong. So so they're like, how do we save it and everything? And I love this part. He's like, everybody attach at the head. So
like all of a sudden they're Thundercats or some shit.
Like I was all like, I love how Alfred's at the end. He's like bend at the knee. He's like, and they're like, he's like, I've got an 8-pack, or I have abs of steel. I can't remember exactly what he says. He's like, bend at the knee, bend at the abs and everything. And he's all like, they can't reach, right? So on the other side is Joker. And he's all like, you complete me or whatever. I can't remember exactly what he says, but
yes, because he's watching Jerry Maguire when he's in his own thing, and he's saying Jerry's side of the conversation, and he's all like, you know that part with that you had me at hello. Yeah, he says you complete me, and she goes, you had me at hello.
Shut up. You had me at hello. Okay, so that's a good movie. We've reviewed that movie, by the way, guys. If you guys want to check that out, we'll leave a link in the description down below. So then, what did you say?
What's the movie called?
Jerry Maguire.
Oh, Jerry Maguire. Okay, I thought I didn't know that was the name of the movie too.
Yeah. So then he's like, all citizens of Gotham, connect at the head and help us save the city.
They make a human centipede. Let's be honest.
A human centipede, which don't get me wrong, we've all done this with our Legos, but I thought this was a funny way to save the city or whatnot. And they all connect.
I'm glad you said with our Legos.
And they end up pulling the city together, and they're like, yay, and everything. And I'm all like, okay, whatever. And these two, they're about to kiss or whatever. But so
I have 3 dads now.
Yeah. So then, he's all like, all right, I gotta go back to the Phantom Zone. And he's like lifted up and everything into the air. And he right here before he goes, he says goodbye to his son. And I love how he takes off his mask and he's like, I'm Bruce Wayne, I'm your dad, or whatever. And he's like,
Both
oh
your
yeah,
dads.
I'm both your dads. And
Yeah.
so then he lifts up into the air. And he ends up hitting this, like, I don't know, glass shield or whatever, and falls back down because the Phantom Zone rejects him. And because he's not a villain anymore, he's a good guy. And I can't remember what the cube here says. But
I don't remember either.
yeah, who cares? Whatever. And
It's
then
pretty much what you said, that he's no longer accepted because he's a good guy.
yeah, he's a good guy. And then and they're the Bat family now, and they're gonna save the day or whatnot.
How cute.
How cute. And then they go to the Batcave and they're like, all right, what's the password? And they're like, Iron Man sucks. and I love how they're all eating like 30 things of that friggin' lobster bisque or whatever. I love how the elevator takes forever. And I love how if you watch the scene, he fits like 4 of them in that microwave. I was like, that's a big
Hey, it's like the Doctor Who police box. It's bigger on the inside.
Yeah, that's what
funny.
she said. And so then they're watching Jerry Maguire here, where she's like, "You had me at hello" and everything. So much fun. And then, and I forgot to mention this. So did you guys? He talks about clown snakes.
Yes.
All through the whole thing, that they're his
clown
scariest
snakes.
nightmare.
Yeah, they're the scariest and everything. And they're like, "Did you just put clown makeup on a snake or clown heads on a snake?" And he's like, "No." And then I loved how he's like, all great movies end in white. And I'm all like, do they though? So then we get this
sure about that.
We do get this montage at the end during the credits of the Bat family and them, fighting or whatever. So cute and everything. Super fun. And this like dance sequence and everything. Super fun.
That's like at the end of the This Is the End of the World movie where they have the dance montage in heaven. That's what that reminded me of.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah, because it's a lot of white and everything. So yeah. Okay. So before we end this sucker, I wanted to ask you, first off, is there anything you wanted to talk about that we didn't talk about while we were reviewing this movie? Cayla, was there anything we didn't talk about that you wanted to mention or talk about? Vetta, you too. You go ahead and jump right in.
I wanted to say that this movie, I thought it was really adorable how Batman was clearly Bruce Wayne and didn't give a F about like not being discovered or figured out, but like in the other movies, like that was a huge part of his like persona, like his mysterious like who is he or whatever. And then
right,
I liked in the Lego Batman how he was Batman like 99% of the time, because I don't give a crap about Bruce Wayne. That's like kind of a more boring side where I'm like, I don't care.
Right on. Vetta, what about you? Anything you wanted to?
No,
nothing you want to talk about? Okay, well, I'm going to ask you guys a couple more questions. The first question is, did you like this movie? And then the second question is, would you recommend? Cayla, did you like this movie and would you recommend?
Yeah, I liked this movie a lot. I would definitely recommend it, especially if you have kids and you're kind of looking for something that's not like boring and you can actually like laugh along with your children. Like it was very pleasing for me.
Right on. Vetta, what about you?
my family loves Legos, but I do not like this movie.
I don't like this movie either, Vetta. I don't like this movie either.
There's another one.
There's not another one.
Especially after you see the actual Lego movie. That is so good and it's so great. And then I watched this and I went, now I know I've only seen this once. This is crap.
I'll have to watch the first one.
Yeah, the Lego movie's awesome.
Yeah, both the Lego, the first.
But this
Lego
one is terrible.
I didn't like this
I
movie
don't
either.
like Batman either. I'm
Yeah,
sure
I
that
don't like
doesn't
Batman at all either.
help.
But
You see, I didn't like it for a different reason. I thought it was very disrespectful to Batman because I was like, I love that character, and they just didn't take it like I understand that it's for kids and it's not supposed to be taken seriously, but I was like, it was very like, I don't know, kind of
They
a
were,
little
like,
bit
mocking
rude.
him.
see, and I thought it was
Yeah.
disrespectful to Legos to make a Batman Lego movie.
Like there were
No,
like there was
I just even if I take
gotta
out
do this
my,
after this movie.
not believing in Batman as a superhero thing, I just didn't like it. The plot line was weak. I mean, it's
Is
just
it
not
because
good.
he's just a regular person who has a lot of money?
He
Well,
has
he's
no
a good
superpowers.
detective. He
He has no superpowers.
he is the world's best detective. You stop that right
He
now.
has no superpowers.
And the reason
He
I
is?
didn't like how they brought in I didn't like how they brought in all these Warner Brother villains. Like they brought in the Wicked Witch of the West and Voldemort and all this shit. And
Yeah.
I'm all like, I'm not interested in seeing that. Like
It was just weird.
it was weird. Like I was all like, when he went to the Phantom Zone, I thought he was gonna bring back like Phantom Zone, like Zod, because wasn't
Right.
Zod in the Phantom Zone?
And
I
if
was
he's letting everyone out of the Phantom Zone, where the hell did Zod go? But then Zod he's probably like an actual villain and was like, I'm not fighting with you. I'm going to let all these idiots go with you and I'm going to go hide somewhere so I can,
Yeah.
defeat Superman at a later date.
Yeah, they were like in cell block 9 of the Phantom
And
Zone.
I'm like, if Superman had the gun to send all these people to the Phantom realm, why did he not come out to help Batman put them back? Like, there's too many things in this that just I don't like it.
Yeah, and Superman should have been like, "Hey, you stole my Phantom Zone gun, asshole! You don't steal from your friends."
Why you came to my house?
Yeah,
This is why we don't invite you to things.
Yeah, this is why. Yeah, we don't invite you to things because you steal our shit.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
So I totally get why the warden of the Phantom Zone, that one light up cube, was all like, "You're a villain," because he was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that an 8-piecer? What was that? An 8x2?
Yeah.
Vetta, so you would not recommend this movie?
I would not recommend this.
Yeah, I would not recommend this either. After I got done watching, I was like, I would much rather just watch the Lego movies, Lego movie number 1 and Lego movie number 2. They were much more fun.
That instead.
But I will say, they did cancel the second Batman movie.
Oh, did they? As I read a thing that said they were making one a while back, and I was like, ugh.
Well, from what I understand, it was canceled. So I mean, it could be on again. I'm not quite sure, but we'll see. If they do a second one, we'll have to come back and review that one.
Yeah.
Okay, so
when you don't like you don't love it either, because it's still like interesting to kind of like shit all over it too.
Right on. Well, like I said, there were fun moments and fun lines in there that I was like,
it had some great one-liners.
Sure. like when he was talking to Alfred about, you don't know what it's like to raise a son. I was like, that's funny because Alfred knows exactly what it's like.
Or when Alfred's like, I locked you out of the computer. Like he's like speaking to him like a child who's been put in timeout.
Yeah, because remember on the plane when they all get on timeout, he's like, you're in timeout. And he's like, well, you're in timeout. And he's like, well, I can't take you out of timeout until I get taken out of timeout and everything. It was so fun. That was funny. That's funny. So, all right. Well, you guys go ahead, Cayla.
You're right. They did kind of like now that you're saying it that way, like if you are a fan of Batman and you're watching that, you're probably going to be like, that's a little disrespectful. You're kind of like mocking Batman and making a joke out of him.
One thing when he's dark and brooding, he's not. I mean, they make it out that he's dark, brooding, and a total dick.
Mm-hmm. Like when he accidentally adopted the kid just because he was like checking out the babe, and you're like, oh,
well, we've all been there before. Well, you guys.
I've never accidentally adopted a child.
Well, maybe not adopted a child, but you've got guys. Any guy out there knows.
Once you're stuck in
the pussy fog, you're all like, I don't know what to do. I'm doing random shit. I'm apple picking. I don't like apple picking, but I'm stuck in the fog. Okay. All right. Well, if you guys don't have anything else to say, we're going to wrap it up so much. But Cayla, do you want to shout out where everybody can find you at and everything?
I don't have much internet presence at this time. I'm on TikTok, doing my paintings. If anybody wants to look me up. It's
Mhm.
CP Artistry. So
They're amazing. I have one. Everyone loves
Yes.
it.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yep. I do custom pieces, so get at me and we can see what I can do. And I don't know if we were live when I said that, or I don't know if we're live. Are we live right now, or are you recording?
No,
it?
we're
We
recording.
record.
But I did talk to a curator about hanging my stuff in a really, really good restaurant that has people like waiting outside the door all like every
Nice.
day. Yeah. So
Nice.
there's like heavy traffic and it's in a really like wealthy area. So trying to get
Nice.
in there.
Yeah, good, dude.
Nice.
Nice.
Fingers
I hope it works out.
crossed.
Fingers
Thank you.
crossed. Yeah. Well, I will leave all the links and everything in the description down below so you guys can find Cayla and everything. But thank you so much for listening, you guys. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at BS Drunk Pod to stay updated. And don't forget, if you guys listen to us on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or wherever you get your podcasting needs, please leave us a 5-star review, you guys, and say nice things because we would really appreciate it. And it helps us out tremendously. You have no idea.
And drop us a hey down below. We will respond to you.
Leave us comments. We love
Leave
all that nonsense.
recommendations on movies. We love that.
Exactly. Yeah, we love all of that. We will also, like I said before, be posting the video version of this to our YouTube channel. So be sure to check us out there. And we are at YouTube at BS Drunk Movie Reviews. Leave a like and subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Also, you guys, we do have a Patreon with plenty of different levels to suit whatever needs and interests you have. And on our Patreon, what we do is we review movies, but we review the franchises. Like we go through movie 1 to movie 17 if there's 17 of them. And we've done the Scream series. We've done Bring It On. We've done Jurassic Park.
Which there are way too many Bring It On movies.
There are way too many Bring It Ons. And then we've done plenty. You guys go over and check it out and everything. There's like 6.
Yeah, because the last one's a horror film.
Yeah, it's a horror film.
Neat.
And the rest are just horror
die.
films. Yeah. Okay.
That's
so
awesome.
all right. But most importantly, you guys, please don't forget to drink, recap, review, and repeat. Bye, you guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
All right. And we